There was a time when gods walked the earth, when warriors were heroes. Their battles and conquests became legend, and the legend lives on. This is the hour of the Gladiators.
Good evening and welcome to Gladiators, a special 2-hour semi-final. Tonight only 2 men and 2 women will win their way into our grand final next week. Prepare yourselves for the best 2 hours of action and athleticism you've ever seen. And please welcome our Gladiators, Cheetah and Commando, Predator and Storm, Rebel Hammer, Tower Flame, Delta Condor, Vulcan Fury, Blade and Taipan. In this, the semi-final, the Travelator and the competition goes up a couple of notches, and our Gladiators will be turning up the pressure to bring out the best in our challengers. Now let's welcome to centre stage our hosts, Kimberly Joseph and Mike Hammond.
Well, hello and welcome to Gladiators.
The competition has been ferocious throughout this entire series, but of course with tonight being a semi-final, it's going to be just that much harder.
But it's not just intensifying for the challengers. The Gladiators are starting to feel the heat too.
Absolutely, Kimberly. I mean, with the games we're going to play tonight, the points that are up for grabs there translate into crucial seconds when we get to the Eliminator. So our challengers are really going to take it up to the Gladiators tonight.
But do you think the Gladiators are just going to sit back and let these challengers make them look weak? No, I don't think so.
It's going to be a big night, so let's welcome our challengers tonight. Our female challengers are Lorene Bavart and Karen Trent.
Lorene is a phys ed teacher from Victoria. She's an international karate champion. Karen from Queensland is a stunt woman who loves martial arts and action movies.
Well, Karen, welcome back. The crowd's going wild.
Well, hi, Kimberly, and it's good to see everyone here today.
It certainly is. Now, did you expect to get this far?
Well, to be truthful, I was quietly confident, but it's good to be here.
And certainly is. So you've saved some energy for these semi-finals?
I most definitely have.
Fantastic. Now, how hard has it actually been?
It has been pretty daunting and pretty hard because when you come face to face with those gladiators, it's a lot harder than you actually think.
That's right. Now, last time on the show, you had a fantastic run up the wall.
It was great. I had Blade at my feet all the time. She grabbed my ankles about 3 times, so I was lucky to get away from her, and lucky I got 10 points as well.
That was a great effort. Now, in the Gauntlet, we remember you had a bit of trouble there. It was a hard course, wasn't it?
It was shocking. It was so hard. Face to face, 5 gladiators. I only got through 3. They just hammered me.
Now, where's the fairness in that, I'd like to know?
Oh, there was none.
Okay, well, we want to see a tremendous effort from you tonight. Good luck, Karen.
Thank you very much. I'll do my best.
Fantastic.
Well, Lorene, it's the 3rd time we've had this chat. I'm starting to feel like an old friend. You feeling confident tonight?
Oh, as confident as I can be, yes.
You see the Gauntlet down there in front of us we're playing this evening?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I tell you what, I think you phased a couple of our gladiators. Last time you played a particularly tough round. I think you copped a bit of blood from Cheetah. I mean, she copped a hit on the chin. And right at the end there, Fury, you were right up in her face saying, "Get out of my way." I mean, there's a real determination there.
Well, they phased me as well. They're pretty hard and strong, so hopefully it'll be a good one tonight again, so I'm looking forward to it.
Something else here too, 12 points each time in the 2 previous rounds that you've come up on hit and run. 12 points, that's a great score there.
Oh, I just run fast and just dodge those balls and just keep going and hope for the best they don't hit me.
I guess that's all you can do, isn't it? So we'll see how you go tonight. Good luck tonight.
Great, thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Lorene and Karen.
And now please welcome our male semi-finalists, Scott Brewer and Joe Lakowski.
Scott is from Western Australia. He's a dancer who used to be in the army. Joe from South Australia works as a machinist for BHP.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Scott and Joe.
Hey, Joe. You've got a score to settle, I believe, with some of your workmates at BHP in South Australia.
Yeah, my leading hand thought I couldn't do it, but look how far I got, mate.
Semi-finals. What's his name? You better really rub it in.
Keith Dempsey.
Keith. There you go, Keith. Joe, hit and run, 7 crossings, 14 points. That's a big point score there.
Yeah, I love that game. I'll see if I can better it this time.
And you've got one of the best times, too, for our guys in the Eliminator. Obviously, fitness. I mean, that's your big thing. You are fast.
Yeah, I haven't done much cardio work for a while, but yeah, I've got the sprinting in me.
I was talking with Loreen about the Gauntlet, which we're about to play. Hasn't worked out quite as well for you. You've had a bit of a tough go at that.
Yeah, I think the boys in there like me because they're just trying to keep me in.
They'll keep you in or out of the Gauntlet, as the case may be.
Yeah, they just don't want me out.
All right. Good luck tonight, Joe.
All right, thank you.
Let's welcome Joe.
Welcome back, Scott. Now, I guess you'll be steering clear of Joe tonight.
Oh, everyone that comes up against him ends up at the doctors or in hospital, so...
So he's got a curse by the looks of it.
Oh, no, I just think it's a bit of bad luck.
Well, let's hope not tonight. Now, you've been an extremely consistent challenger right the way through.
Yeah, I suppose. I'm cruising along.
Yeah, you're quietly confident, aren't you?
Oh, I'll see what happens.
Now, you had a great run on Hang Tough against Cougar.
Yeah, I thought he had me at one stage.
But you were too quick.
I think a matter of the ring just swung in at the right time, and I managed to get it and get out.
And get 10 points.
Yeah, I managed to get that too, but...
And what about Pursuit?
Pursuit, I felt Predator coming up behind me and just took off.
The adrenaline started to pump and that was it.
I think I was more scared of him catching me.
I think so, I would be too. Good luck to you and we'll see you in the games ahead.
Thanks a lot, Kimberly.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Joe and Scott.
Gladiators semi-final.
A gladiator is chasing you and you're now stuck between a rock and a hard place.
War.
60 seconds to get past the attacking gladiator, 10 points if you make it.
Marine is going to be pursued by Fury. And Karen will be trying to steer clear of Blade.
Loreen has the experience, height and weight on her side. While Blade and Karen, an interesting matchup, but Blade just has the advantage.
And to start the climb, here's Mike Whitney.
Challengers, you will go on my whistle. Gladiators, you will go on John's whistle. Challengers, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Well, I've been waiting weeks for this one. It's the semi-finals, and how hot is this competition going to be? We've got the quick and nimble Karen on the left, up against the strength and endurance of Loreen going up against Fury on the right. Now, Loreen's got a little bit of a gap there on Fury, but she's closing it in. Karen also doing well. Blade's got her there by the foot. Karen was able to get away. Karen's father getting really excited there, and I can see why, because Karen's just about up to the top, and Loreen's being caught by Fury. There goes Karen, 10 points and a great start for Karen. Her family is wrapped, and so is she. She's exhausted, and Loreen has exhausted her time on the wall. She's off, no points. Now Karen's father's a proud man, and guess what, folks? She's a Queenslander! Well, there's a proud dad from Queensland. Karen the Queenslander up against Loreen from Victoria. Karen had the speed and agility to get up for the 10 points, and Fury had a hard time getting Loreen off the wall, but in the end, the Gladiator won out. All the strength of Loreen just couldn't keep her up there.
I tell you what, I don't even like looking down.
It is a long way down, isn't it?
You're pretty quick up that wall.
Oh, thanks very much.
Give me a look at your hands. You all right? No blisters there?
great.
You got through?
Oh, 10 points for Blade as well. She was at my tail the whole time.
All the way. In fact, I thought on the first overhang, Blade almost had you. From where I was looking from up here, I couldn't quite see, but then away you went. Hey, well done. And you know about the points. You got the 10 points and a great start to the first round.
Isn't that fantastic?
Congratulations, Karen.
Thank you very much. I really needed those points early in the piece.
Now, Loreen, you didn't manage to get up the wall your first time up there. What a shame.
Yeah, well, I nearly got up there though. I kept stepping on her fingers by mistake, so I hope I haven't bruised her too much.
Fury, did she bruise you?
Never, never. Lorraine, it's the first time you've been up the wall. It's also the first time you've been against me. Sorry, read my lips. This is real competition.
Spot on, Fury. This is real competition, and the scoreboard tells the story. Karen leads by 10.
Well, 10 points separates our female semi-finalists. It's time now to see how the guys go. Would you please welcome to the wall Joe, being chased by Taipan. And also looking for his first points tonight, Scott, being followed by Commando.
They're evenly matched up in the height department, but Joe's younger, Taipan's heavier. And Commando's older, taller and heavier than Scott.
Well, let's see if anybody makes it to the top. Here's our referee, Mike Whitney.
Challengers, you will go on my whistle. Gladiators, you will go on John's whistle. Challengers, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Pretty much the same here with the guys. It's the nimbleness of Scott that may get him through and the strength of Joe that might test Taipan. And here come the Gladiators. Taipan catching up to Joe, who slips. And look at Scott. Every time Commando gets close, he just lifts those legs. The old 1-2. Where'd you learn that one from, Scott? This is going to be close to the top. Joe stuck. Scott still moving. Who's going to get there first? It's Scott on the left. Joe on the right. Joe's gone over for the 10. Scott gets the 5. And the Gladiators were close. As with the women, it was speed versus strength between Joe and Scott. Western Australia versus South Australia between these two guys also. And Scott did the old two-step. It nearly got him over the top, but it was the strength of Joe that just got him up there. The machinist beat the dancer. 10 points.
Joe, all I can see is a smile from ear to ear. You must be happy.
I'm very happy.
Fantastic effort. 10 points to you.
Thank you, Kimberly.
Scott, Commando almost got you, but you managed to get to the top and gain yourself 5 points.
I could hear him right behind me.
I bet you could.
No, he was, that last bit at the top was, just got over.
Was the adrenaline pumping?
Oh, yeah, my heart was going boom, 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 boom.
Well, it looks like you made the right move. 5 points, fantastic start, and we'll see you in the gauntlet.
A little bit closer for the guys after the wall. Joe's on 10, Scott on 5.
5 gladiators, each one tougher than the last.
And all of them standing between our challenges and those precious points. Next in Gauntlet.
Gladiators semi-final. Gladiators semi-final.
The Gladiators are always going hard. So tonight, I'm going to go in faster, stronger, and a lot harder.
I'm going to win. I'm not worried about Lorraine's height nor size. I'm out there and I'm going to concentrate on every event as they happen. And with the Eliminator, every obstacle that occurs, I'll battle that as it comes and I'll stay focused. Let's see what happens. Flame knocked me for a 6 on Jewel. Man, she's so huge.
You think so? I think the Gladiators are pretty small.
Easy for you to say.
Hey, Lorraine and Karen. Uh-oh.
Running into a brick wall can't be good for you. Do it 5 times and you've got
Gauntlet.
To score the maximum 10 points, the challenger must get all the way in less than 20 seconds.
Please welcome our first female challenger tonight, Lorraine. Going against Storm, Delta, Cheetah, Fury, and...
Lorraine, I'm here, I'm ready and waiting. You're out.
And Flame. Here's our ref, Mike Whitney.
Challenger, are you ready? Gladiators, are you ready?
So Loreen now about to go through the gauntlet run. First port of call is the old sparring part of Storm, and she goes right past her. Now up to Delta. Put another notch on the belt as she goes past Delta up to Cheetah. She can't stop her. What about Fury? Look at the strength of Loreen. She's powering through. Can Flame stop her? I don't think so. No way. 10 points, Loreen. Thumbs up from Loreen. This is why this was one of the most powerful gauntlet runs I've ever seen from a woman. She just went straight past Fury. In the end, Flame tried her hardest, but it was no good. She got past 4. One more wasn't going to be a problem.
Loreen, 16.5 seconds, 10 points.
Oh, great, fantastic.
The crowd's going wild. They certainly approve of that effort.
Yeah, it was pretty tough. They gave me a harder time this time. Storm didn't let me go through at the start, but I got through.
Well, that's right, because last time we saw they gave you an even tougher time, I think, so they were ready this time.
I think they're tough all the time.
Well, Loreen just powered through the gauntlet. Now, let's see if Karen can do the same.
Challenger, are you ready? Gladiators, are you ready?
We saw Loreen's main attribute, strength, get her through the gauntlet. I think Karen's got that agility to be able to go left and right, and there it is. She got right past Storm, popped a big hit. Same with Delta. Now she's able to zigzag across the gauntlet and get past Cheetah. Now she's up to Fury. Fury holding her up. Karen looking for an opening. She went left. Now she turns right, straight into Flame. Flame nearly sent her over the top. She goes up, across, under. Will she get over? What is her dancing? But this is what I was talking about. Karen's ability to just ride those bumps and then to be able to change the angle. She went up, down, left and right, and in the end, I think she got the 5 points.
All right. How are you feeling now?
Oh, fantastic. Oh, they're so big.
Right at the end here.
Hammered me there.
I think your technique was to try and get underneath, but she had you blocked there as well.
I tried whatever I could at that stage.
Our referee, Mike Whitney's come in. Mike?
This is one of the closest games of Gauntlet that we've ever had to adjudicate. We've conferred with our stopwatches and come to a time of 24.94 seconds,
Whoa.
which gives Karen 5 points.
Wow, you've done it. 5 points. Okay.
Close finish for Karen, and how close is it now on the scoreboard? There's only 5 points in it, Karen's way.
In the semi-finals, treat it how I've treated everything else and just go out and have a good time.
Well, in the semis, I've got one thing on my mind, and that's get to the end and win.
I tell you, Joey, hope I don't have Vulcan tonight. He hit me in duel and turned me into like a tumble dryer.
I had him on duel as well, and he just used me as a punching bag. Wonder if we have him tonight.
I hope not.
Oh, boys, there's your worst nightmare. Vulcan and 4 of the toughest guys you will ever see coming up against you in Gauntlet.
So, Karen and Loreen both scored points in the Gauntlet. So now, let's see how the guys go. Joe's first up, and he'll be up against the might of Predator, Vulcan, Hammer, Commando, and Tower. Over to you, Mike Whitney.
Challenger, are you ready? Gladiators, are you ready?
A very important run here for Joe. Let's see if he can add to the 10 points that he scored on the wall as he comes up to Predator. And look at Joe, it's just pure strength that's going to get him to the end of the gauntlet. Loreen used it, she got 10. Let's see what Joe can get as he goes past Vulcan up to Hammer. Hammer just holding him up. Now he's past Hammer up to Commando. What a crash that was. This is pure power here from Joe. Up to Tower. Tower sent him back. Joe's close. There's the whistle. That was as close as Karen, I don't know if he made it. It was pure power that got Joe to the end of the gauntlet. He went past the first 4 gladiators, and then it was Tower that tried his hardest, but a big dive from Joe, and I think he just got there on the whistle.
Hey, Joe. Joe, Third time and you made it through.
Yeah, third time lucky.
Now, what was the, we'll get the ruling there, 24.10, 24.10 seconds, which gives you 5 points. Well done.
Thanks.
Next up is Scott. Let's see how he goes.
Challenger, are you ready? Gladiators, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
And away goes Scott through the gauntlet. Tried to go under Predator, but Predator was awake up to what Scott was going to do. Now Predator just playing with him. Squashes him in the end, and now he's up to Vulcan. This is Vulcan's turn to assert some authority. And look at the guy go. Vulcan just messing around with Scott, wasting a lot of time. And now it's Hammer's job. He rolled over Hammer, but Hammer comes back. Hammer stops him. The whistle blows. That also stops him. No points for Scott. Vulcan pushes him towards the dressing room, and Hammer's happy. Scott took the wrong steps in the gauntlet. Instead of confronting the Gladiators head on, he tried to just dodge his way around them. And with these blokes, it just won't work. They're too strong. And right here, he tried the last tango with Vulcan, and then Hammer butted in. He said, "Shall we dance?" Scott said, "Why not? A bit of rock and roll, maybe." Scott, I think in the end you took the right option and sat this one out.
They're huge.
They are, aren't they? They certainly gave you a pounding just then.
They most definitely did.
I think they were out for a bit of revenge because you did so well last time.
Oh, they got it. That hurt. Big time. Oh, man.
And the score also hurt Scott. You got nothing in Gauntlet. Joe scored 5 and now leads by 10 after 2 games.
We're just about set for a little in-flight entertainment, and we mean in flight. Next up, it's Swing Shot with Delta.
Gladiators semi-final. Gladiators semi-final.
Time it right and you'll pick up valuable points. But time it wrong and there'll be a flying gladiator waiting for you. That's...
Swing Shot.
3 points for a red, 2 for a blue, 1 for a white ball that you get back in your basket.
Our first female contestants are Karen and Lorraine. And trying to stop them from scoring are our Gladiators Delta and Flame.
This is a good matchup. Lorraine's an inch taller, Flame's a kilo heavier. And with Delta and Karen, well, I think Delta might just have Karen's measure.
And now to start Swing Shot, here's Mike Whitney.
Challengers, are you ready? Gladiators, are you ready?
The whole of Queensland right behind Karen, trying to get her up to the red balls. Well, they're not cheering loud enough because she only got to the white, but that opens her account. There's 1 point on the board for Karen. Let's see if Victoria can get right behind Lorraine. No, good block there from Flame. So Karen still leads by 1 point here on Swing Shot. Lorraine now gets back up to the top. Down she goes with a bounce. Maybe, yes, she got a 1-pointer there. Well done, Lorraine. Will she get it in? Yes, she does. A good shot there from Lorraine. And now she's just dangling from the sky. Mike Whitney asking someone to help Lorraine get the momentum going again. There goes Karen. Couldn't get a ball on that occasion. Good work by Delta. Lorraine now comes down, Flame right there with her. Great work, Flame blocks the challenger. There's just over 10 seconds to go. Time enough maybe for another score. We'll soon find out as Lorraine bounces. Great work once again by Flame as she stopped her, carried her last chance. Couldn't get any more. 1 point each to the challengers. Well, Karen's dad and her family are very happy about this game because Karen and Lorraine both scored 1 point each. And Flame, well, she just likes to take it on the chin.
Karen, 1 white ball, 1 point. That puts you on a score of 16.
Oh, well, that's good. I was hoping to get a few more balls, but unfortunately Delta was just a bit too good.
Delta? What's this?
I wanted to give us some more, but sorry, I couldn't.
Lorraine, you'd be disappointed with that.
Oh, I got 1 point. The Flame was just kept blocking me all the time, so it was bad luck.
Well, Lorraine's friends are going to have to get right behind her because 1 point each in swing shot means Lorraine still trails by 5 after 3 games.
Well, our female semi-finalists picked up a point each there, but with the points difference between the guys, the scoring's going to have to be a little bit higher. Will you please welcome high above the floor, Scott, Joe, and our Gladiators, Taipan and Condor.
Well, Joe and Condor stack up quite evenly, except Condor's a fraction heavier. And Taipan has just got it all over Scott.
Well, it's time to swing. Let's go to our ref.
Challengers, are you ready? Gladiators, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
A big opportunity here for Joe to try and extend his lead here on swing shot. Let's see how he goes as the Gladiators win the first bounce. Scott goes down. Where's Taipan? Blocked. Well done, Taipan. Push Scott right out of the way. Joe wasn't able to score either. Down they come again. Here goes Scott. Can he get this one? No. Taipan was late, but Scott really messed himself up, getting off balance a little bit. Down goes Joe. Couldn't even make it to the pole. Condor was right there. The Gladiators playing a fantastic game of swing shot here, not giving the challengers any opportunities. Just over 20 seconds to go. Scott and Joe lunge. I think Joe's got a 3. He has. Great scoring there by Joe. Down goes Scott, tries to match it. Taipan right there. Joe now has the advantage. Bounces like a kangaroo, but couldn't get a score. Taipan just skips in there to block Scott once more, and there's the whistle. Joe comes out on top. Well, Joe, what do you know? You were able to get up there for the 3 points, and that now gives you a great lead.
What a tough game, Joe. At one stage, you overshot the pot and came right around the back. It sounded like it hurt.
Yeah, I heard a bit of a crunch, but...
Yeah, it's all metal at the back there.
Yeah.
You must be happy, though. You got one of those red balls, which means, of course, 3 points.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with that, but got tangled up in Taipan's ropes there and...
Yeah, Condor was up against you. I tell you what, though, you should be happy because that takes your point score up to 18. So that's a great score.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Scott, unfortunately, though, I didn't see any balls up there in your basket.
No, he's too good for us. He's good.
Yeah, I think Taipan has certainly developed his technique there. No points for you. That leaves you on 5, so there's a 13-point difference here. Of course, this is really going to make a difference when it gets to that time difference in the Eliminator.
Oh, we'll see what happens.
Of course, hit and run is on the way next, so we've got one more round for you to catch up some points. Good luck there, Scott. But let's hear it for Joe. A great effort. Great effort. 3 points.
Well, 3 points to Joe and 0 to Scott. Gives Joe a lead of 13 after 3 games.
A nudge and you're yesterday's news. A good hit and you may well be history. Up next, hit and run.
Gladiators semi-final. Gladiators semi-final.
Tonight's winners will enjoy 5 nights deluxe accommodation for 2 at the Shangri-La Bali Dynasty Resort. Enjoy old world tradition and first-class luxury in the one tranquil setting. A 5-star lifestyle set in an Asian garden paradise. The Shangri-La Bali Dynasty Resort. Runners-up take home this state-of-the-art mountain bike made in the USA. The Trek Y11 has a carbon fibre space-age frame, front and rear independent suspension, the ultimate bike for the ultimate challenge thanks to Trek. Runners-up in the final will holiday at the Fijian resort set in the fabulous coral waters of Viti Levu, a private island with 100 acres of tropical park, golf course and untouched shorelines. And while you're there, you'll be able to call home on your Optus Freestyle mobile phone package.
2 of our highest scorers in this game are set to take it to the Gladiators. This is...
Hit and Run.
2 points each time you make it across the bridge and don't get hit.
Our Gladiators, Cheetah, Blade, Delta and Rebel.
Challenger, are you ready?
Our Gladiators will be trying to stop our challenger Loreen from getting too many points.
3, 2, 1.
And away goes Loreen now. Hit and run. She scored 12 points on here before. Let's see what she can do tonight. There's 2 early points to Loreen. And she really is quick up here on the bridge and also very cautious. Ball 3 and 4 goes past. Now she's up to 6 points. She's got a clear run. There she goes. That's 8 points now to Loreen, and this is a great run. 10 points, coming back for more. 6 seconds left. Will she get another score? There's 12 points, and I think she might end on that. Yes, she will, but that is a great run, Loreen. 12 points. This game really isn't as easy as it looks. This was a textbook run from Loreen, but the thing is you've always got to be thinking ahead of yourself to be able to get to the platform, score the points, and then think about what you're going to do on the way back.
So Karen's got some catching up to do on hit and run. Over to you, Mike Whitney.
Challenger, are you ready?
This is going to be one of the most important hit and run events we've ever seen. Karen led by 5 after game 3. She now trails by 7 and has a big opportunity here to close back in on Loreen as she comes across for 2. Turns up the power of fraction, goes to 4. A little bit cautious once more as she waits. Here's her turn, now she comes back for 6. Look at Karen go. She's neat, she's petite, and she's quick on her feet and she's got 10 points. This is a great run from Karen. Coming back with 5 seconds to go, she's on 12. How is this? 12 points on the hit and run for Karen, and I reckon her dad ran every step of the way with her. Just when Karen needed to turn up the heat on Loreen, she did it right here on hit and run. A fantastic run, 12 points, puts her back in the lead by 5.
Well, it looked as though Loreen had got away. Karen, what a great effort. Do you know how many you got?
No, I don't, not at all.
You were just running, right? No idea?
That's it, running to the end. Try to get as many points as I could.
You were coming for your 7th crossing when the whistle went, but we have a confirmation of 6 from our referee. 12 points, that's a fantastic effort. The same as Loreen, you're on 28.
Wow, that's good, that's great.
So hit and run gave Loreen and Karen a fantastic 12 points, and with the Eliminator just around the corner, Karen will lead by 2.5 seconds.
What a great run from our female challengers. Joe's up next, and he's very, very fast. But hurling the demolition balls at him will be Hammer and Vulcan, Condor and Predator. Over to you, Mike Whitney.
Challenger, are you ready? Gladiators, are you ready? 3, 2,
Now Joe is our current hit and run record holder with 7 crossings. Can he do it again? Nearly got knocked off there by ball 4, but still got the 2. A very, very tough run here for Joe. He's up to 4. Very cautious, just under 20 seconds to go, comes back for 6. Here he goes, going back now for 8, just stops, props, now gets the 8 points. Here he goes, can he get 10? That one hit him, but he stayed on. 10 points there for Joe. Will he get 12? Nearly got knocked off again. He's on to 12. Can he equal his record? Just missed it. 12 points there for Joe. Well, we've been telling you all night about Joe's strength that has got him through the event. Well, there was no strength needed here. It was just pure skill and agility, and Joe had it. 12 points on the board.
Challenger, are you ready?
Well, the standard's been set by our three challengers so far. 12 points each. How will Scott go? Let's find out. As he starts off a little bit cautious, now he goes across for 2 points. Got hit by the last ball, didn't matter. Comes back for 4. Here comes the dancer on his knees. I don't know if that's allowed or not, but we'll get a clarification. He's on 6. Here he comes back now on to 8. Look at the pace on this guy and the footwork. Michael Jackson will be proud of him as he comes back for 10. 5 seconds to go. He's on 12. Is there time for 2 more? He's coming. He makes it. Yes, just on the whistle. Scott writes his name in the record books. 14 points. And this is how he did it. A classic run here from Scott, but he did go down on his knees. Now he could be disqualified. I'm sure Mike Whitney's going to have something to say about that.
Scott, your first time up there on hit and run, you should be extremely proud of yourself. You made 7 crossings, 14 points. Now, hold on, I see Mike Whitney coming in here. Mike, is there a problem at all?
Well, the challenger must not put his hands or lay on the bridge.
Okay.
Now, I've conferred with my assistant referee, John Forsyth, and we have made a ruling that Scott didn't purposely lay down trying to avoid a ball. He's gone down and ducked, got straight back up and attempted to run to the other side of the bridge. So the points stand.
Okay, so he loses no points.
No points.
You'd be extremely happy about that.
Joe scored 12 on hit and run. Scott scored 14. Joe still has a big lead of 11 points going into the Eliminator.
This is the Travelator, and tonight it's running at its highest speed yet.
Yes, it's a real heartbreaker and a true test of champions. And it's coming up next, the Eliminator.
Gladiators semi-final. Gladiators semi-final.
The 2 lucky winners of the final will drive away in Hyundai's luxurious flagship, the Sonata Levant. With its 3-litre V6 engine, the Sonata has leather trim, cruise control, electric sunroof, power windows, central locking, ABS brakes and an airbag for added safety. A prize fit for our Gladiator champions.
It's a test of fitness, endurance, and ultimately nerve. And it's the gateway to the final. It's
Eliminator.
Only the winner goes through to the grand final. Loreen from Victoria has strength, size and endurance on her side, while Karen is lighter, shorter and so quick. And this is how Karen made it through her quarter-final eliminator. She had a 2-second head start and went through to win in 1 minute 20. Loreen had a 5.5-second start and she stayed in front all the way to win in 1 minute 22. Close competition coming up here for the women.
Well, the tension is high and the crowd is electric tonight. Karen, you have a 2.5-second start, but Loreen has the best time in the Eliminator.
Yes, that's right. Well, I'll just get out there and do my best.
Well, that's all you can do, Loreen. You'll be doing your best, undoubtedly, to try to make it through to the final.
I sure will.
And Karen, have you got your sights set on the final as well?
You better believe it.
I'm sure you both have, and I'm sure you're both eager to get right down to it. So I won't keep you any longer. I'll see you at the other end. Good luck to both of you. And it's over to you, Mike Whitney.
Karen, you will go on my whistle. Loreen, you will go on John's whistle. Challengers, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Everybody is so nervous here at the Brisbane Entertainment Centre because only one of these 2 women can go through to the final, and Karen has the start, but I reckon Loreen's gaining as they come up the rope climb. Karen's still in front. Good work, Karen. Now she goes across the hand ladder. Still has about a 2-second lead, but Loreen has the longer arms and is able to get the longer stretches on the hand ladder, and Karen touches down first. Across the rolling log and up the cargo net. This is going to be close competition. It's neck and neck up the cargo net, and Loreen, with the strength and the power, is able to pull herself to the top of the cargo net and get up there first. Loreen has turned a deficit into an advantage and now starts to power away. Down the zip line she goes. Karen's still trying her hardest. She's right there. There's nothing in this. As Loreen now goes up the balance beam. Here comes Karen. There's the shot. You can see it yourself. Nothing in it at all. Loreen's off. Karen's off. Loreen's up. Is Karen up? Maybe. No. Just Loreen made it. I think Karen will. She has it. And Loreen goes through to the grand final. Karen giving it her all, just trying to get up the travelator. But she must be so tired. She spent all her energy just trying to keep that lead ahead of Loreen, but Loreen paced herself through and went up the travelator. Loreen's through and Karen's still trying to finish. Come on, Karen, you can do this. Don't give up. Do it for Queensland. Do it for your family. And most of all, do it for yourself. This is so important. Mike Whitney will come across, yes he does, to have a chat to Karen. He's going to psych her into this final run. If you're sitting at home, put yourself in Karen's shoes. If you look at the clock, it shows she's been going for more than 2 minutes. But forget that. This has been a tough night, all night for Karen. She's been going for nearly an hour, and now she's got the final steps of this Eliminator, and I reckon she can do it. Yes, she can. Karen, you are a champion. So is Loreen.
Hey, Loreen, my heart is still pounding. The crowd were going wild. 1 minute 13. Well done.
Oh, that was great. It was hard, that travelator.
It certainly was. Was it fast enough for you?
Definitely.
Well, you know you'll be getting it even faster in the final, probably.
You have to pump those legs up for sure.
Karen, you had so much trouble on the travelator. It wasn't easy.
No, it was twice as fast. So I got right to the very edge there. I noticed Loreen was having a bit of trouble as well. But then I just ran out of breath.
Well, you were a fantastic semi-finalist. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Karen. And our semi-final winner, Loreen. Well done. Fantastic.
Joe from South Australia has the strength to power his way through this Eliminator, and Scott has the speed and the finesse to catch up the deficit. And let's backtrack a couple of weeks to Joe, who had a massive 10.5 second head start in his quarterfinal, and he powered through in 1 minute and 22 seconds. Scott also had a big 10-second head start, and he was mighty impressive with a time of 1 minute and 7 seconds.
Well, it was a tight finish for the girls until the travelator. That is the real heartbreaker in this event. I guess that's why we call it the Eliminator. Someone has to go. And out of you guys, one of you makes it through to the finals. Now, your time on this is almost identical in the previous rounds. I think, Joe, we've got you at 1 minute 5, Scott, you at 1 minute 6. So there's nothing in it. But Joe, you got a 5.5 second start. Scott, what sort of mental preparation can you do in the dressing rooms for this event before you come out?
Just go at it hard, give it 100%, that's all you can do.
How about yourself, Joe? What piece of equipment, what particular piece of apparatus do you reckon you're going to give your most on?
All of it.
All of it? Well, let's see how they go. Our two guys are all set up and ready to go. Our referee is ready. Let's go to Mike Whitney.
Joe, you will go on my whistle. Scott, you will go on John's whistle. Challengers, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
The women's event was so close. don't expect this to be any different because this is a semi-final, the best of the best, and let's see who's going to join Loreen in the grand final. As Joe now up the top of the rope climbing onto the handbike, showing a lot of power there on the handbike, getting a little bit stuck in the middle, but taking off once more. Now he's on the platform. Here comes Scott. Joe's across the rolling logs and up the cargo net. Scott now coming home fast. He'll need to catch Joe, who's got a bit of a lead now, up the top of the cargo net. Let's see how well Scott can do. Look at the big steps he's taking, but Joe's up there. He's got the advantage. Down the zip line he goes. There's the drop. Nice one, Joe. Here comes Scott. Not too far behind. He could still do this. Joe now goes up the balance beam. Just taking it nice and easy, relaxing. Look at Scott fly on the outside. Joe up the travelator. Scott right behind him, but Joe's made it and through. Joe is through to the grand final. Well done, Joe. Here comes Scott on the second travelator run. That's a great effort. Also, look at the time. You've done well, Scott. But let's now cross down to Mike Hammond, who's ready with our winner, Joe.
Joe, I guess I don't need to ask how you're feeling on that one.
Stuffed.
You know, the best thing about it is, though, your time was 1 minute and 3 seconds. You really flew through there.
Yeah, I'm getting faster as it goes along.
Absolutely. Scott, come in. I tell you what, the 5.5 second start was practically gone by the beam. You came off almost simultaneously, but once again, the cruncher was the travelator.
He did good. I'll give him that. He earned every point.
But you've done a great job making it through to the semi-finals tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I think a big round of applause for Scott. And of course, congratulations and good luck to Joe, who has made it through to the finals next week.
Well, in the first hour, we've just seen what champions are made of. But you saw nothing but champions here tonight, because it's not how you win, it's how you compete. And the competition doesn't get any better than this. And of course, there's more to come, much more. There's another 4 heroes waiting to give it their best. This is the spirit of Gladiators.
I'd say go for it for anyone who wants to actually be a challenger on this show. It's a great effort, and yes, it is a great challenge. Believe in the magic of your dreams. You can do it. Go for it.
Gladiators semi-final.
Time for the second of our semi-finals tonight, and our next challengers, Kathy McMorrow and Charity Crosby. Kathy is from New South Wales. She's a stunt woman and an Olympic qualified gymnast. Charity lives in Victoria. She's an equestrian competitor and a farmer.
Please welcome Charity and Kathy.
Kathy, this must be a long way from the sort of sporting events that you've been used to in the past.
This is not a lot of similarity, no.
A bit different to the Olympic Games, but your third time here, are you feeling a little more comfortable now?
I'd say yes, I'm feeling much...
Or is it possible to feel comfortable knowing that you're coming up against the Gladiators?
No, I feel all right. I'm feeling all right tonight.
You're pretty fast and agile on Powerball, so that's the game we've got coming up tonight. Also, too, on the wall. Now, that was a really close game last time. I think, from memory, you trod on Blade's fingers, and that was the way you got through.
Well, I'd like to make it up without doing it this time.
All right. And also, too, on Suspension Bridge, nearly lasted against Flame, which is no mean feat. I mean, she's a very big girl and our strongest female gladiator. You feeling confident with that game tonight?
Well, if I've got her again, I just hope I can stay on my feet.
Well, good luck. Of course, you've made it this far. You just have to get through tonight to get through to the final. Please, let's welcome Kathy and wish her all the best.
Wow, what a crowd. Now, Charity, are you revved up and ready to go for this semi-final?
Absolutely. I'm just staying calm and I'll see how I go.
So you've spent the whole week preparing?
Absolutely, I can't wait.
Well, now, last time on the show, we saw that you managed to stay up against Fury on Hang Tough and gain yourself 5 points.
Yeah, I think that was just a lucky break, actually.
You didn't have any tactics?
No, not at all, actually. I just hung around.
Yeah, you certainly did. And we also saw you up against Storm in Duel. Now, you were staying quite far back on the podium. You can't tell me that that wasn't a tactic.
Well, to come this far, you do have to have some tactics, but I'm not giving them away.
No, you keep them secret, that's for sure, because you'll need them up against Kathy tonight. Good luck to you, Charity.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Charity and Kathy.
All right, it's time to meet our male challengers tonight. Chris Lacey and Shane Saltmarsh.
Shane is from Western Australia and he's an SAS physical training instructor. Chris is from Victoria and he manages a gym and a nightclub in Melbourne.
Let's hear it for Chris and Shane.
Shane, welcome back to the semi-final.
Yeah, thanks, Kimberly. It feels good to be here.
Now, you've got a little bit of an advantage tonight because you've actually played all 4 games.
Yeah, I don't think that's much of an advantage, though. The only advantage we could have if the Gladiators didn't come out at all.
Well, this is true, but unfortunately you do have to play up against them. Now, last time we saw you on Hang Tough, you managed to gain 10 points against Cougar.
Yeah, Cougar did an illegal move and he was around my head, so it was from a disqualification, so it was a lucky 10 points.
It certainly was. Well, you'll need all those points tonight. Now, I've got news for you as well. It's SAS man versus Commando in the wall.
Yeah, I beat Commando last time in the pursuit and this time I'll thrash him.
Ooh, you'd better watch your tail, I think.
No, he'll be chasing my tail, Kimberly.
So have you got any tactics?
No, just go fast all night and put in 100% and have fun.
It'll be a fantastic challenge tonight. Good luck.
Thank you, looking forward to it.
Fantastic. We've got some fans out there.
Chris, welcome back. You've obviously had a chance to watch Shane perform. Where do you think you've got an advantage over him?
Well, he's bigger. I think he's stronger and younger than me. But
well, apart from that, where do you think you've got an advantage?
I honestly don't know. I think it's just both of us are going to be trying our hardest to get points, and I think at the end of the night, it's going to see who has the head start. Because their eliminator times are a second or 2 seconds apart.
The wall, I remember you saying last time you were on in the quarterfinals, is one of your favourite events. It was the one that you've been training on the most, yet you had a disastrous game last time. You slipped and basically fell right into the arms of Commando.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up.
Well, I just had to remind you about it, but obviously you're looking to do a better job than that tonight.
Certainly am. Looking to make amends to that wall over there. It's one of the things that was my favourite, but I just simply slipped. But this time we'll see how we go.
Also, too, with your gymnastics background on Hang Tough. Now, we've got that game lined up again tonight. You got disqualified on that last time for going up above the rings. Now, obviously, a great deal of upper body strength to do that. You made it look so easy, but it's not in the rules.
It might have been easy, but it was a pretty stupid thing to do, so I won't be doing that again.
Right, so hopefully you'll get the 10 points there tonight and no red card from Mr. Whitney.
No, I'll learn from my mistakes.
All right, good luck tonight. Folks, let's hear it for Chris. And also for Shane.
Well, you've met our second semi-final challengers, so let the games continue.
Gladiators semi-final.
Our challengers are keen to get some points on the board, but our Gladiators have got a point to prove.
Powerball.
2 points for every ball in the outer baskets, 3 points for the central goal basket.
Please welcome our female challengers, Charity and Kathy. And our Gladiators, Cheetah, Fury and Storm. We're just about set to go. Let's go to our referee now, Mike Whitney.
Challengers, are you ready? Gladiators, are you ready? Yeah! 3, 2, 1.
So here we go for our first game for our new challengers, and 2 points on the board straight away there to Kathy. Well done, Charity was blocked. Kathy now comes up. Can she get 2 more? A clear run, there it is. Kathy now moves to 4, very impressive. Kathy now gets a new ball, away she goes. There's another 2, she moves to 6. Kathy's got all the moves, and Charity's playing basketball instead of Powerball. Here goes Kathy down the centre. 3 points, takes it to 9. And what a great start this is, and there's still 30 seconds to go. Kathy could score a record, but Cheetah's not going to let her there. She brings her down, and Charity gets tackled there by Storm. So we've got Kathy on 9, Charity on 0, just under 20 seconds to go. Oh, big chance there for Charity, but it just rimmed out at the last minute. So time running out now for both challengers. Still enough time, but for one more basket if they're good enough. Kathy's brought down, Charity's brought down. The clock is running down, and up goes the whistle. There it is. 9 to Kathy, 0 to Charity. Well, a very impressive start for Kathy. Charity tried her hardest out there, but every move she made was blocked. And as we said, she was trying the basketball shots. But watch Kathy here. That is a fantastic blind turn. Away she goes to the middle. No one's home. 3 points.
You're catching your breath there?
Yeah.
I tell you what, you might be a signing for Super League. The first four passes, you got a ball in a pie.
Oh, it got tougher. That was the toughest I've had it yet.
I think as you started to become a little more tired, you couldn't rely so much on your speed because you are very, very quick.
Yeah, I slowed down, really slowed down.
Kathy, it's great. We've just done a quick tally up of the points, and I believe it's 9 points for Kathy, so that's a great start.
It's better than before.
Absolutely. Really fast, really fast. Now, while Kathy might be a signing for Super League, maybe the basketball players should be getting you signed up, Charity.
Yeah, well, I just didn't want to get hurt, but they're pretty fast out there and they tackle you hard. But...
As they were bearing down on you, I saw a couple of times, just thought, I just might have a clear shot here.
Well, I knew she was going to get me down, so I had to get it somewhere.
So a great start for Kathy with 9 points in Powerball. Charity yet to score.
Kathy was firing away in Powerball. Now let's see how the men go. Shane and Chris up against Hammer, Predator and Tower. And to start Powerball, here's Mike Whitney.
Challengers, are you ready? Gladiators, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
So Kathy was able to break away to an early lead in the women's Powerball. Let's see if one of these guys can do the same. Both brought down in their first runs. Here goes Chris. Just misses that one. And Shane gets 2 early points. Well done, Shane. Chris now with a new ball in his hand. Will he go for the air shot? No, couldn't release it. What about Shane? Gets brought down, double teamed. And he's down.
Medic, medic.
Mike Whitney calling for the medic. Well, like a true Aussie sportsman, Shane just cops it on the chin. That was a fair tackle, and I think he's okay. Let's go to Mike Whitney.
Shane, you okay?
Yeah, all right.
Are we right to get on with the game?
Yes.
Okay, let's get into it.
Well, Shane's all right, so let's continue the action.
3, 2, 1.
So away we go with the restart. Just over 30 seconds left, and Shane nearly takes the camera out of play. Chris has a new ball, comes up. There's his first 2 points of the game. Scores a level. Double team against Shane. He's brought down. Chris now has a new ball. Can he get this one in with the air shot? No, he can't. What about Shane? They double team him again. They're really manning up on Shane here. He's copping it hard. Chris has got the free run, gets 2 more points. Hammer was late. What about this time for Shane? No, couldn't get it over the shoulder. 5 seconds to go, and I think the clock might beat these guys for another score. Shane gets a new ball. Has he got time? No, he hasn't. 4-2, Chris's favour. In basketball, they have a zone defence. In Gladiators, we have a double defence. Even a triple tackle. Bad luck, Shane. And Chris had the free run. With this score, it got him to 4 points.
Guys, that's not touch football you're playing out there, you know.
We've got a lesson in it, though, I tell you.
Well, I think you did. You certainly took a pounding. Which one hits hardest?
All of them.
Oh, yeah, Kimberley's hard work out there, no matter how much training you can do.
I wasn't sure if you were going to survive that.
No, it's for real out there.
Game 1 is over, and Chris has an early advantage, 4-2 over Shane.
Strong arm tactics are what you need to get across the arena.
Yeah, but no tactics will save you when a gladiator muscles in.
I think Fury's out to get me.
I think they're out to get us.
And we're going through it again tonight.
Shane, have you had Tower yet? He's killed me.
Yes, I've had him twice, but I've got him scared because I've got Vulcan tonight.
Geez, you can have both of them.
Gladiators semi-final.
Let's match them up head-to-head. Loreen from Victoria has strength, size and endurance on her side, while Karen from Queensland is lighter, shorter and so quick.
Gladiators semi-final.
For tonight, I'm not worried about winning or losing. I'm just going to be relaxed and focused.
Swing from ring to ring while a gladiator tries to bring you down in...
Hang tough.
60 seconds to get past the attacking gladiator. 10 points if you make it.
Kathy's first up. This is a rematch. She'll be going to try her luck against Blade.
Age, height and weight, basically exactly the same. An interesting match.
Over to you, Mike Whitney.
Challenger, are you ready? Gladiator, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
So away we go now with the first game of Hang Tough, and Kathy, the Olympic gymnast, up against Blade, the international gymnast. Well, this is going to be a very interesting contest. Which one of these two has the greater upper body strength? Hopefully for Kathy it's her, but let's not forget Blade's record up here on the rings. She has ruled supreme in the last 2 series, and only one challenger has ever got past her. That's not a bad effort. Kathy now is up to the red ring, so she has 5 points if she can stay up there for another 30 seconds. Blade just losing her swing a little bit. Now she's back on track. Kathy's got a little bit of a break. Blade right there. She nearly got Kathy on that grab. Now Kathy's way on the outside. She'll have to come in at some time, and that's what Blade's waiting for. Just hanging around the platform now. She's got her. Blade's got the legs wrapped around Kathy. She was over the podium and couldn't drop. Maybe this time she extends. Just missed it. No points to Kathy. Well, this was interesting. I've never seen anything like this. We could have had a situation where the challenger went onto the podium with a gladiator on her back. But in this case, she missed it. Bad luck, Kathy.
Kathy, what was it you just said to me?
I should have hung on.
You should have hung on, right.
The next one,
It was really close. We were right on the whistle there, and you would have at least got the 5 points for getting past the red ring. Now, we should point out, of course, there is an accent there. And for those who haven't caught you before on Gladiators until tonight's semi-final, let's go over a little bit about you. From
Canada.
And also, too, what did you specifically do of fame and of note in Canada?
I made the 1980 Olympic team.
In?
Gymnastics.
Right, which is why she's so good at this event. So Hang Tough is really your event. But tonight, Blade, you did a great job there.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty sharp tonight, but it's a bit of a close shave, I must admit. She did great.
Now, Kathy was born in Australia and educated in Canada. Blade was born in the UK. 2 international athletes, but Aussie stars.
Well, tonight all I'm going to do is just relax, go out there and give it my best shot.
It's round 2 of Hang Tough. Let's show some support now for Charity. And out to get her, our gladiator, Fury.
Same height, different weight. Who will be the better tactician on the rings?
Challenger, are you ready? Gladiator, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
So away we go with the second game of the women's Hang Tough. Charity up here against Fury. Now, Charity is an assistant manager of a poultry farm. But I'll tell you what, folks, she's not going to be chicken up here on the rings. As she meets Fury head on, she'll even try and go past her to get some points, and she needs them because she's stuck on 0 at the moment, and she's got to catch up to Kathy, who's on 9. Now, Charity heading in towards the centre. So is Fury. Charity trying to reach the 5-point rings. That's those red ones which Fury's now on. Charity going backwards, and Fury's going after her. So Charity now has a lot of work to do with 20 seconds to go. She's got about 3 rows of rings to come forward to at least get 5 points. And now she's swinging her way that way. That's the way, Charity. Up to the 5-point markers, but Fury's got her. It could be all over unless she can hang on. But that won't matter either because she hasn't made the 5-point rings. So you might as well drop, Charity, because you're not going to score. But that was a great effort of strength. Unfortunately for Charity, no points. Now, normally if you hang on for the full 60 seconds, you will score 5 points, but Charity didn't reach the red rings, which would have given her 5. So unfortunately for Charity, no points.
Well, Charity, this is the rematch we've all been waiting for, but Mike Whitney's here, so this could mean trouble. Mike.
Well, there's no trouble, but the rules do state that the challenger must make the red rings to gain 5 points if they can stay up there for 1 minute. Unfortunately, Charity didn't make the halfway mark, so no points.
Okay, so even though she did manage to stay up there against Fury, no points?
No points.
Because she didn't get to the red rings.
Must make the red rings.
You must have known that.
Yeah, well, I tried to get there, but she's just a bit quick. I should have been quicker, though. Well, they should have given me 5 points for staying up there, but it's the rules, so I won't complain.
You're a good sport, Charity, but unfortunately you're no closer to Kathy. Kathy still leads by 9 after 2 games.
My initial goal was to get to the semi-finals, because that's as far as my wife got. Anything else now is a bonus.
Well, no points for our female semi-finalists. Let's see if the guys can lead the way on Hang Tough. Please welcome our first male semi-finalist in this round tonight, Chris. Swinging against the might of Cougar.
Now matching Chris and Cougar up, Cougar's got age, height and weight in his favour.
Mike Whitney's all set. Let's go to him.
Challenger, are you ready? Gladiator, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
So Chris takes off on the Hang Tough up against Cougar. Now Chris's sporting history, he's competed in triathlons, which means that he'll have the stamina to stay up here for the 60 seconds. He's also done a lot of bodybuilding, which means that he'll have the strength to stay up there should Cougar grab him. Well, all that's great in theory. Let's see if Chris can put it into practice. And remember, Chris's wife, Fernanda, made it to the semi-finals in Series 1. So if Chris can go one further tonight, well, he'll have one up on his wife, won't he? But Chris now just swinging around on the one spot. Cougar trying to grab him. Maybe he's got him this time. No, just missed the arm. Chris now just hanging around. He's got to the 5-point ring, but he'll need to get a move on because the rules say you can't stay in one spot for 10 seconds, and that's exactly what Chris is doing. Cougar may have him this time. He's got the swing. Here we go. The legs are wrapped around. Chris may be in trouble. 5 seconds to go. He could get the 5. This is where the strength comes in, and he does it. 5 points to Chris. Well, Cougar tried everything to get Chris off. In the end, he just couldn't stay up there long enough. The whistle went. Chris got the 5 points. Well done, Chris.
Chris, that was the wildest thing I've ever seen, and I think you might need this. Yeah. You lost it there, didn't you?
Yeah, I was just hanging on for dear life. I didn't care what he took off. I was staying up there.
You certainly were. Cougar, this was a rematch. I thought you were going to get him this time.
Oh, Chris, that's what I call hang tough.
Well, Shane is stripped for action, not quite as stripped as Chris was. He'll be up against Taipan in Hang Tough.
Well, Taipan's younger, taller and heavier. I wonder if it'll work for him against Shane.
Yeah, tonight Chris and I will be both getting as many points as we can because we both know whoever gets the most points will win.
Challenger, are you ready? Gladiator, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
So away we go now with the second of the men's Hang Tough. Shane up against Taipan. Now Shane tells us that his most embarrassing moment was free-fall parachuting when he had to land on a soccer field in Thailand. However, he missed the field and landed in the crowd. Well, Shane, if Taipan catches you, you'll be doing a tandem jump here off the rings. But I can tell you what, you'll be landing on some soft mats, so it won't be too bad. But the thing is, Taipan has to catch you first. Just over 30 seconds to go, and I think Taipan might have had him. He's just had to let him go there in the end. Now he's got him with the legs. Can he grab a hold of him? No, that's twice. Shane's being lucky. Shane hasn't got to the 5-point rings yet. Well, actually, he has one hand on a ring now, so we'll give him 5 points if he can stay up. Taipan tries a third time, still couldn't get him. Now these two guys just swinging around in the one spot. Taipan using the legs to try and put a big crush on Shane, but Shane just keeps getting away, and I think he's going to survive. The time's running out, and yes, just made it on the whistle, I reckon. An interesting game of Hang Tough. It was really a game of survival for Shane. It was just a matter of waiting for when Taipan was going to strike, and he did, but the whistle blew first.
Hey, Shane, what a great effort. Just hanging there, the taipan at the very beginning, just hanging out there and wait, like a real snake waiting to pounce, right?
Yeah, taipan should stay in the long grass, not up in the rings.
I tell you what, though, he got you eventually, but the news is that you were saved by the whistle, so you got the 5 points for making it to the red rings. Are we right? You made it by 1 second.
Yeah, very lucky. Taipan's a good competitor, and he was there all the time trying to pull me off.
Well, Taipan could have spoiled Shane's party, but he didn't. Both Chris and Shane got 5, and now Chris leads by 2.
Well, there's no troubled water underneath, but there is plenty on top in the form of a gladiator. That suspension bridge up next.
Gladiators semi-final. Gladiators semi-final.
We have a quick traffic report. A gladiator is blocking the way to all points. The faint-hearted are advised to avoid
Suspension Bridge.
10 points if the challenger can make it over to the other side. Nothing if they get knocked off.
Let's welcome Kathy and the mighty Flame.
Well, Flame, we all know she's got the strength to beat any challenger.
We're warmed up and set to rumble. Here's our referee, Mike Whitney.
Challenger, are you ready? Gladiator, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
So away we go now with Suspension Bridge. Kathy has a big assignment up here against Flame. Look at the strength of Flame as she's working around on Kathy. Kathy trying her hardest. Now Kathy in a very compromising position because just one good hit here from Flame could get her off. Flame now trying to push Kathy off the bridge and she does it. No points to Kathy. Well, there definitely is no doubting the Flame is strong, as Kathy just found out. Unfortunately for Kathy, it doesn't give her any points.
Kathy, this was a bit of a rematch with Flame, wasn't it? You didn't manage to quite last time.
No, I felt better this time. I got a few more blows in than I did last time.
Well, I think she scooped you off.
Kathy, battling me once is brave, but trying it twice is just asking to be burnt.
I didn't have a choice.
No, you certainly didn't have a choice this time. You don't get any choice in who you go up against. So unfortunately, them's the breaks. Mike Whitney?
Yes, well, as soon as the game was completed, Kathy made an official complaint to me for pushing. You are not allowed to push off the suspension bridge. My assistant ref, John Forsyth, and I have conferred. The hammerhead, Flame's hammerhead was actually locked under Kathy's arm, and Flame couldn't pull the hammerhead out. So she was pushed off, but you're not allowed to hold the opposition's hammerhead to restrict her from using it. So the decision stands.
Okay.
Flame is the winner.
No points?
No points.
Okay, Kathy, well, you're still on a score of 9, so there's still time to get those points before the Eliminator.
Well, I'll try my next one, the walk.
Well, you're disappointed, though, aren't you?
Oh, a little bit. Fair enough.
Good luck in the rest of the games,
Thank you very
Kathy. You've
much,
got a lot of heart.
Fantastic. Last time Charity and Storm met, Storm was not very happy about the result on Duel, so I have a feeling she may well be out for revenge. Please welcome Charity and Storm.
Well, Charity has an advantage in the age, height and weight department, but it won't make it any easier.
And to start Suspension Bridge, here's Mike Whitney.
Challenger, are you ready? Gladiator, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
So, Storm now comes down to meet Kathy in the middle, and look at these two women start whacking away at each other. Well, Storm now has the upper hand. 20 seconds to go, and Storm just working away on Charity. Charity now comes back with a couple of shots herself. She's attacking well, Charity is, and so is Storm, but Storm can't knock Charity off just yet. Can Charity survive? Storm really trying to whip something up, but I think the whistle might beat them both. Yes, it does. 5 points to Charity. Well, this was a great effort here by Charity to stay up on the bridge against Storm. Storm threw everything at her, but in the end, Charity ended up on top.
What an amazing effort there, Charity. I tell you, you came straight out and straight into it. And I mean, Storm is a ferocious gladiator.
Yeah, well, I had to get a few points somehow, so I was pretty determined.
It's a couple of great blocks, and then I saw a quick jab. You scored a couple of hits.
Yeah, there was no way I was coming down. I just had to give her a hiding.
Well, I came out here to give Charity a hiding, but I guess I'll probably have to give her a compliment. Well done.
Well, Storm, as always, very gracious in defeat. Interesting situation on the scoreboard now, because Kathy only leads by 4 after 3 games.
Chris has come up against Tower 3 times already this series, and each time he gets just a little bit taller. Let's see how they go tonight on Suspension Bridge. Please welcome Chris and Tower.
Well, as Kimberly said, Chris has lost to Tower 3 times. Why should it change now?
Over to you, Mike Whitney.
Challenger, are you ready? Gladiator, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
So away comes Chris to meet Tower. Now look at Tower bending the knees, just rocking the bridge. He makes it really hard for the challenger to stand still. And now Tower just goes for the whack. One to the left, one to the right, and now he'll start rocking the bridge again, just to make it that little bit harder for Chris. Not only does he have to ride the hits, but he also has to try and keep his balance. Tower's doing well, but so is Chris. Just couldn't stay there for the duration. No points. Well, in baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. For Chris on the bridge against Tower, 4 strikes and he's definitely out of here.
Look, I'm trying to be fair here, but I don't think you had much more than a bit of tenacity in that match, and you had plenty of that.
Yeah, I've met him a few times now, and every time he's beaten me, but I gave it all I had, but he's...
I mean, look at the size of this guy. He comes out, bounces the bridge. I mean, that almost threw you off before you even got to the middle.
Certainly did. Felt like I was surfing a wave.
Tower, how does he stack up? I mean, hop down here. Let's really have a look at the size difference here. I mean, it's huge, isn't it?
No, this man has got lots and lots of ticker. I was quite surprised. I thought I'd be up there for about half a second, and I'll be walking in and eating by now, but he's done very well.
Excellent. It's time to see how Shane goes next. We'll get Shane all lined up against the mighty Vulcan.
Well, half the crowd love him, half hate him, but there's no doubting the taller and heavier Vulcan is a little bit meaner than you, Shane.
Okay, Mike Whitney, let's go.
Challenger, are you ready? Gladiator, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Well, if Shane can knock Vulcan off the suspension bridge, he'd go into a nice lead with 1 game to go. But I don't like his chances because Vulcan has come out fighting. But look at Shane fight back. The SAS instructor couldn't go past to the other side. No points.
Come on! Told you that!
And Vulcan's happy. So he should be, because if Shane had got past Vulcan and kept running, he could have got the 10 points, but Vulcan wasn't going to let that happen.
Well, now tell me, you can make the comparison now, because last time we saw you on suspension bridge, you were up against Tower. Now you've had Vulcan. Who's tougher? Please say Tower.
Yeah, it's definitely Tower.
Definitely Tower. So there you go, Vulcan. Tower's better than you.
This little man thinks he's in the army. He can't even fight. How can he be in the army?
Oh, there you go. What do you think about that?
Well, we don't like people in our army with girls' hair.
Not allowed.
Kimberly, I'm going to say it one more time. Jealousy is a curse. Remember that.
Well, you're pretty good, Vulcan, but in my book, I think Shane's pretty good also for getting this far. Unfortunately for Chris, he was also starved of a score from Tower, but still leads by 2 after 3 games.
Those hand and foot holds won't be much help where you're being chased by a gladiator on the wall. Coming up next.
Gladiators semi-final. Gladiators semi-final.
Tonight's winners will enjoy 5 nights deluxe accommodation for 2 at the Shangri-La Bali Dynasty Resort. Enjoy old world tradition and first-class luxury in the one tranquil setting. A 5-star lifestyle set in an Asian garden paradise. The Shangri-La Bali Dynasty Resort. Runners-up take home this state-of-the-art mountain bike made in the USA. The Trek Y11 has a carbon fibre space-age frame, front and rear independent suspension, the ultimate bike for the ultimate challenge thanks to Trek. Runners-up in the final will holiday at the Fijian resort set in the fabulous coral waters of Viti Levu, a private island with 100 acres of tropical park, golf course and untouched shorelines. And while you're there, you'll be able to call home on your Optus Freestyle mobile phone package.
Well, the Gladiators call our indoor rock faces Cape Fear.
60 seconds to get to the top. 10 points if you make it, nothing if you're caught.
Our female challengers are first up the wall tonight. Let's see how they go. Kathy will be pursued by Storm. And Charity will be keeping out of the clutches of Delta.
Well, Kathy's got the age experience. I hope it counts up here on the wall for her. And Delta's older, taller and heavier. That should mean something.
Challengers, you will go on my whistle. Gladiators, you will go on John's whistle. Challengers, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
And away go our challengers up the wall. Kathy and Charity have 60 seconds to win this game. Extra points would be very handy. Here come the challengers. Delta flying on the left. So is Storm, and Delta slips. Well, is that semi-final nerves? I don't know, but there's no nerves here for Kathy. Look at her go up on the right. Storm's trying her hardest to catch her, but I don't think she will. Kathy goes over for the 10, and look at Delta fly up here on the left. What a comeback this is. Delta now has Charity, and I reckon she might even get her off the wall. Charity has to survive, but she can't. Amazing speed shown here by Kathy, because Storm's no slouch on the wall, and both Kathy and Charity were quick, but Kathy was quicker, and how swift was Delta to recover from her early stumble.
Well, Kathy, Charity is hanging in mid-air there off the wall, but you are up and over and 10 points better off.
Just what I wanted to do. I heard someone calling down there, Kathy, go.
I heard it go, Kathy. Scramble, Kathy.
And I'm going to get him when I get back down there too.
Storm, you were right on a tail all the way, but I think you have to give credit where credit is due. Kathy just went supremely well in this round.
She did, yes. She has short legs, so they're a little harder to grab.
Charity, no points. How's the arm?
Well, it's a bit sore, but I didn't notice it, to tell you the truth.
Well, I shouldn't have mentioned it then. Delta, victory is sweet, isn't it?
It sure is. I really didn't think I would get up there, but it's nice to see a challenger trying to get there. But this isn't a charity night.
Well, Charity put a mark on her arm, but Kathy puts her mark on the scoreboard and goes into the Eliminator, leading by 7 seconds.
Well, a great effort by Kathy there. Now it's the fellas go up the wall, and let's welcome back Chris, who reckons this is his favourite event. Let's hear it for Chris. Being chased by Condor. And let's welcome Shane and Commando.
Well, Chris and Condor may be the same age, but that's where the comparison ends. And with Shane and Commando, this could be the battle of the wall.
Let's go to Mike.
Challengers, you will go on my whistle. Gladiators, you will go on John's whistle. Challengers, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
So away go the challengers now up the wall. 60 seconds to get to the top, same as the women, and the Gladiators are about to charge after them. Difference between the male wall and the women's wall is that the guys have to go over 2 overhangs. It makes it that little bit harder and can slow them down a fraction. Condor now has Chris in his sights, and he's actually got him. Yes, Condor's very confident that he'll take Chris off, but look at Shane on the other side. Chris is gone, and Shane is flying. Commando nearly had him there, but I reckon Shane might be able to get over the top for the 10. He does! 10 very well-needed points there for Shane. And Chris tried his hardest, but Condor just spread his wings and flew up the wall. And for Shane and Commando, well, it was touch and go. Commando was touching, and Shane was going.
Well, Shane, you had a goal to reach, and you just did it.
Yeah, Commando told me I asked for it after my comment at the start, so I just give it to him.
Well, he was out to get you, but he didn't get too far, did he?
Yeah, just well, I had my shoelaces up tight. He had my shoe twice.
But you managed to get away from him and score yourself 10 points.
Yeah, happy with that, Kimberly.
Chris is obviously very, very disappointed. You said this was your favourite event, and once again, you've come undone.
Yeah, no excuses. Condor was too good.
And unfortunately, Shane you had a 2-point lead over Shane. That's now converted into an 8-point loss.
Yeah, oh well, we'll see what happens in Eliminator.
So Chris scored 0 on the wall, Shane a big 10, which now gives him a 4-second lead in the Eliminator.
Well, our challengers have to dig deep now for one last effort, and a place in the final could be theirs.
But that final effort is no easy task. It's the Eliminator up next.
Gladiators semi-final. Gladiators semi-final.
Head-to-head for a final berth. Challenger chases challenger in...
Eliminator.
Remember, it's the semi-finals and our Travelator is running faster. And in her quarter-final Eliminator, Kathy had a 7.5 second start, had some trouble in the cargo net, but won in a good time of 1 minute 16. Charity had a 5 second head start. She made it to the balance beam, had a bit of a stumble, but scrambled up the dreaded Travelator to win in 1 minute 19. Now let's match our women up head to head. They're very even in the stats department. Both are very quick. This is going to be very interesting.
Let's do it. A 7 second difference in the starting points. Our challengers are ready, and only one of them will be making it through to the final. We'll see who that is in just a minute. Let's start this race. Here's Mike Whitney.
Kathy, you will go on my whistle. Charity, you will go on John's whistle. Challengers, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Well, earlier tonight we saw Loreen go through the final. Which one of these two women will join her? As Charity now takes off, hits that first hurdle and has a little bit of trouble getting over. Kathy now goes up the rope climb and up to the hand ladder. Kathy still has a very good advantage over Charity. Charity's going to want to have to turn up the heat if she's going to catch Kathy because Kathy is flying. She's up to the cargo net and Charity just on the hand ladder now. We can see the comparison there with Kathy just about to the top of the cargo net. Here comes Charity. She's just hit it now, but Kathy would still have a 5, 6, maybe 7 second lead as she comes up to the zip line. Kathy increasing this lead all the time, and only a stumble on the balance beam or the Travelator will stop her from going through to the final. Kathy now up to the balance beam. Where's Charity? Just coming down the zip line. There she is. Kathy now steadies herself, takes her time, takes a deep breath and goes for the big run. This is the one she needs to get through. She's struggling, but I think she may have made it. Will she? She's hanging on by her fingertips and she gets there. Through she goes. Charity also makes it in one run, but Kathy goes through to the final and Charity was so unfortunate. Let's cross down to Mike Hammond, who's got our winner, Kathy.
Kathy, can you talk yet? I saw that last look over your shoulder as you came off the beam, and I saw you look over and think, where's Charity? Okay, I've got a little bit of a chance here to focus on the Travelator and get up it. And then you were like so close to the end, I thought she's not going to make it.
I didn't think I was going to make it either. I tripped on the way up, kept going, and I felt like I wasn't moving, but I just kept powering and grabbed onto the edge of it and pulled myself up.
Charity, I guess the 5 seconds, it's a bit hard to make up 5 seconds on a hand ladder and the cargo net against an Olympic gymnast. But you almost did, but you had a bit of trouble on the cargo net. I saw your foot slip through there. What went through your mind then? And remember that you can't swear.
That's a shame, but anyway, no, my foot just went through there and I was just concentrating on my hands a bit too much, I think, but I kept going.
Charity, you've been a very great competitor and a very worthy semi-finalist. Thanks very much for coming this far. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Charity. But of course, our winner and through to the finals, Kathy. Let's hear it for Kathy.
A great job there by Kathy, but let's see how the guys went in their quarter-final eliminators. Well, Chris started at the same time as his opponent, but went on to win in 1 minute and 2 seconds. Very fast. Shane had half a second start and went on to win in 1 minute and 4 seconds. These two guys are very, very close. Well, Chris is older, Shane is taller and heavier, and he's also quicker up the Eliminator. He holds the record time for Series 2.
Guys, we have been waiting all series for somebody to run the Eliminator in under 1 minute, and I think you're just the two to do it. So, go for it. I want a fantastic performance, and I'll see you at the other end. Mike Whitney, take it away.
Shane, you will go on my whistle. Chris, you will go on John's whistle. Challengers, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Shane now takes off with his 4 second advantage. Will he get to the final with Joe? It's going to be interesting to see because Chris is absolutely flying through the hurdles. Shane now up to the rope climb. Chris not far behind him. Handbike next for Shane. Going nicely on the handbike, really powering through. But look at Chris come on the outside. This is going to be close. Shane now up to the cargo net. Here comes Chris. Look at Chris, he took a huge jump at the start of the cargo net. Nearly got him halfway up. Shane's going to have to fly through the rest of this course to keep his lead. He's up to the zip line. Down he goes. Where's Chris? Here he is. Still right behind him. Bit of a stumble there for Shane. He's now up to the balance beam. Here comes Chris. Shane nice and steady. Good work, Shane up the travelator. Pumping the legs, the arms. Keep the head up. Shane's through. Shane goes through to the final to meet Joe. Next week it's going to be on for young and old as Chris still trying his hardest and he's done fantastically well also. But Shane's our winner and here's Kimberly.
Shane, guess what? 59.25 seconds. Well done.
Yeah, that's excellent.
So you did it. You granted my wish.
Yeah, I'd just like to say I did that one for my wife Sue and my son Kyle back in Western Australia.
Oh, that's fantastic. And don't forget all the SAS boys as well.
Yeah, they can't kick me out of the job now.
No, definitely not. You are into the final. Fantastic effort.
Thanks a lot. Looking forward to seeing Joey and an excellent competition with Chris tonight.
It certainly was, Chris. Fabulous. I thought you were going to catch him on the cargo net.
Came close, but better man won. He's very good.
The spirit of Gladiators continues next week. Who will win through to be our final champions in the grand final?
And what a night that will be. Our series final will be there, and so too will the Australian Gladiators.
We look forward to seeing you next week. Until then, thanks for watching. Good night.
Good night.